Hello there everybody and welcome back. It's cold, it's winter, still in Finland. And the only good thing is we don't have any insects biting us right now. But in this video I will make an insect in clay. This is really easy and you can do many things using these basic shapes. As you probably know, an insect has a body with 3 parts. So the first thing I do is start by making 2 small pinching pots. One for the bigger part of the body and one for the head. The middle part is just done by rolling out a coil. And then I cut it, make a ring of it and put it in between the 2 pinching pots. The good thing when you make, for instance, an insect like this is that you don't need so many tools. The only tools I use today is actually a needle tool, a small comb that I use when I put on my slip, my fingers, and a small wooden tool. A turntable is of course also good to have if you want to see your design from all the different angles and sides. I attached the ring, and this is a good time to use your fingers to really attach it from the inside too. And then I smoothen out on the outside. I slip and score every time that I need to attach something. So I attach the head and I squeeze it tight so it actually sticks really good. I now have ventilation all the way from the body up to the head. And then I use a turntable. This insect is going to look a little bit like a bumblebee, or something close to it at least. Just take a look at the different stages in building this. These pieces of clay might look like arms, but they are not. It's the shell that stands out. I smoothen it out just by using a little bit of water and, of course, my fingers. Next up, I want to make 3 different sections on the body. So I flatten out coils of clay and then cut them into the right sizes. And of course, always slip and score. If you have followed me and my channel for a while, you probably already know that the clay I use is stoneware. And I love stoneware because you can use it inside and outside. It's really great to sculpt in, and it can even withstand the Finnish winter. So it's perfect for changing temperatures. It's time for me now to roll out 2 coils to make 4 arms and 2 legs. And of course 4 hands and 2 feet. So I measure them and try them out. And then I attach the hands to the arms and the legs to the feet. Today is the 6th of February and we have a lot of snow still in Finland. No mosquitoes or bumblebees or flies. But in a few months' time, the birds and the mosquitoes and flies will be back from the Mediterranean. Well, not the flies and bugs, but the birds. I make all 4 hands and 4 arms and attach them before I start actually attaching them to the insect. So I slip and score. These hands are going to look a little bit like boxing gloves. So I just make a thumb and the rest of the hand. And then I roll out a small coil that I put all around the hand. So it looks like a boxing glove. And of course, slip and score again. Here we go, the first one done, 3 more to go. Just by using a thread or a needle tool, I cut them to the right size and then I try them out, slip and score and attach them to the body. If your clay is too wet, it might be hard to get the arms to actually stick like this. But you can always use a piece of cloth or put some slip in between so they actually stick to the head if you want to have them in this pose. Some of you might wonder about the big cat. Did I make it myself? Well, yes. It's made of coils and actually when I did it, I was a little bit too keen and yes, I had to actually rent space in another kiln because the kiln we use is too small for this cat. So it took me a while to make it. But it's made of coils, hollow all the way up to the nose. Now back to the insect. It's time to make the feet. I want them to look a little bit silly, so I actually make feet with one big toe and 3 other toes, so only 4 toes. And these feet are going to be a little bit hairy. I will use a needle tool afterwards and make them look like they have some hair on toes and feet. Always, when you make feet or hands, it's really easy to make 2 left hands or 2 right hands. So always check that you make different hands, not the same all the time. So now I have 1 left foot and 1 right foot, and it's time for me again to attach them to the coil. So here we go, slip and score, and then I attach the feet to the legs. I bend the leg the way I want it, and of course do the same thing with the other leg. And after that, it's time to attach them to my bumblebee. I love making these insects because just by changing a little bit, you get a totally different insect. For instance, a bigger head or a pointier head or a bigger body, and different arms and legs and eyes and stuff. You get totally different funny looking insects. So this is actually really fun to do. When I'm happy with the shape of the legs, it's time to attach them. So again, slip and score, and then I just push them so they actually stick, and it's time to do some finishing touches to the arms and legs. Today's insect is going to have round eyes looking like goggles. So I flatten out a coil and make 2 rings out of it. Once again, slip and score, and then I cut away the extra. I used the wrong end of a brush and roll out this way. I get a perfect ring, and then I slip and score and attach it to my insect. By making big eyes like this, I get a good support also for my hands. So I put a little bit of slip on the hand and attach it to the eye. Next up, I want to make antennas to my bumblebee. So I make 2 antennas, and again I use the wrong end of a brush to roll some grooves into the antenna. This is just for the design. It makes it look a little bit more realistic. I slip and score, and then I attach the antennas. And after that, this is almost done. So, a bumblebee? Well, I don't really know, but something like it. Now, I make just a small mouth and 2 small wings that I attach to the back of this insect. After that, I do some finishing touches, and it's time to leave it to dry. And then of course I have to burn it in the kiln. If I just burn it without any glazing, it will actually have the same color as the cat in the back. Otherwise, with the glaze, I can do many different things. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you get some ideas on how to make your own, and please subscribe. Bye bye.